Howdy, I'm Gary, Dillon Precision's Human Manual, and I'm here to present you with a tech tip on the Dillon XL650 reloader. This tech tip is an extended one today. We're going to walk you through replacing the ring indexer on the Dillon XL650 loader. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not difficult to do. If you've broken a ring indexer on your XL650, don't fret. It's not a difficult part to replace. The part's under warranty. Contact Dillon Precision. We'll send you a replacement ring indexer, and we'll send you a platform alignment tool. First step, we want to remove the ejector wire. Next step, loosen this set screw. Use a 1/8 inch hex key wrench, about 1 turn. Now you can spin out the shell plate bolt by hand. Lift off the shell plate, pull out the pawl, grab the detent ball, use your hex key wrench to hook the detent ball spring, pull it out of there so it does not get lost. Lift out your brass locator pins so they don't get lost. Next, detach the fail-safe rod from your powder measure. Using a 13/16 hex key wrench, we're going to detach the primer feed. Set the primer feed off to the side. Using a 5/32 hex key wrench, detach the cam from the top of the case feed slide. Using a 5/64 hex key wrench, remove the retaining screw behind the case feed slide. Do this cautiously because there's a spring and a spring cap that will launch themselves across your loading area if you don't. Now, the case feed slide comes off the platform extension. Lift off the Station 1 locator. For more working room, we're going to remove the tool head from the machine for the moment. Now, using a 3/16 hex key wrench, remove the 2 platform bolts that hold the platform to the top of the ram. Broken ring indexer is now off of the machine. The first thing you need to do is to prep the new ring indexer. You must grease, and be generous with it, the interior of the ring where it fits over the ram. Also, grease this angled bottom surface. Again, be generous. Pull the handle down, ring slips over, reattach your platform. Just finger tighten these two platform bolts. You do not want to tighten them up yet because we have to realign the platform. To do that, we're going to take the 5/32 hex key wrench and we're going to detach the powder measure from the powder die on our tool head. Remove the powder funnel. Your alignment tool is shaped like a punch, except it's solid. It goes down into the powder die. And you can see it hangs down underneath here. Now, remove the primer seating punch from the platform. If necessary, you may have to adjust your powder die down farther so that the alignment tool goes down into the hole in the platform. So now put the wrench into one screw, get it so that this alignment tool is partway down into the primer seating punch threaded hole, and keep it in there while you tighten both platform bolts. Notice how the punch doesn't go up and down. That means we're lined up properly. Once the platform is aligned, let's reattach the ring indexer return spring so that the primer seating punch is not in our way. And using our handy dandy tool made out of a bent paper clip, there we go. Next, reinstall the detent ball spring. Drop in the detent ball. Now, we need to remove the pawl spring from inside the broken ring indexer, so use your handy dandy tool. No direction on inserting this spring. Do remember the pawl, the wide edge goes to the left, the narrow edge goes to the right. Inserts down in here. Now, well, just to make sure, let's cycle the handle. The ring indexer goes back and forth, just like it's supposed to. Next, let's reattach the case feed slide. All the way in. The spring and the spring cap and the retaining screw, which again uses the itty bitty 5/64 hex key wrench. Okay, this is as good of opportunity as any. Let's return the station 1 locator back to its proper position. Let's reattach the cam. Uses again 5/32 hex key wrench. Keep in mind we may need to adjust this part in or out to make sure that cases feed later. Next, let's reattach the primer feed system. This uses the longer bolt, and you'll use the 3/16 wrench to put these on. And these bolts need to be tight, but you don't need to torque them. It's not a small block Chevy you're reassembling. Next, put the shell plate on. The number or indicating letter goes on top. Finger tighten the shell plate bolt till it stops, then back it up approximately 1/16 to 1/8 of a turn so that the shell plate doesn't bind when it indexes. Pull the handle down. Use the 1/8 inch hex key wrench to snug the set screw. Make sure the shell plate rotates, not too loose. Let's reinstall the ejector wire. Again, the tail of the wire goes into a hole in the platform. The loop goes around the head of the shell plate bolt. Reinstall your locator pins. Pull the handle down. Reinstall the primer seater. Remove the alignment tool, put it in a safe place if you ever need it again. Reattach the tool head. Now, drop your powder funnel back into the powder die at station 2. Reattach your powder measure. Use a 5/32 hex key wrench to snug those screws. And now reattach the fail-safe return rod for the powder measure, remembering to start it in through the oval hole in the back plate, and it goes out the round hole in the outer plate. And that completes replacing the ring indexer on the Dillon XL650 loader.